Wow. Oh my goodness. Good morning. I'm a little under the weather. My allergies are really bad right now, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I won't apologize any other than that. Other than if I cough, then I will apologize every time. Because it is a nasty cough. As in, it's like one of those that's like... You know if you have asthma and you kind of sound like a seal? Anyway, that's how I'm at right now. So, I hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Well... It was really stressful, actually. But, it ended up being okay. So, praise God for that. But, you know... If I was... if I was as anxious as I was last year, there's no way that this weekend would have been fine. But it ended up being okay. Yesterday, I was stupid sick with allergies. Yeah, I have this problem with allergies. It's either like I get like kind of like a small head cold for like a morning, and then that's it. Or like I get like sniffles a little bit, or I'm like absolutely sick. My allergies, like it's like I'm getting a cold. It's awful. Doesn't make any sense. My body's just like, we haven't been sick in like 3 months. Must make it awful. And I'm like, I can't breathe. Okay. Anyway, so today I figured we would be doing, oh my god, we'd be doing something that I need to be doing quite regularly. So maybe this might be a monthly thing. I don't know. Or maybe like a once a season thing. Hello, thank you for coming. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so this needs to be like a routine thing. Brushing up on fundamentals is something that everybody should do. Excuse me while I take an allergy pill, because I just remembered I haven't taken one yet. And I don't want to die. Give me a second. Anyway, so. Fundamentals. What are they? I didn't prep a slideshow or anything, so sucks. But it's gonna be okay. Our fundamentals are basically what you learn in high school. It annoys like every single kid because they're just like, I want to draw anime and I want to draw comics. I want to draw this, that, and the other. And you're like, well, do you know how to hold your pencil right? And you're like, what do you mean, do you know how to hold your pencil right? And you're like, well, do you? Anyway, so stuff like fundamentals would be all things I'm not the best at, but I'm also not awful at it because I've practiced it more than once. So that would be like form, as in like looking at an object, you can break it down into various shapes. So like a hand. Let me get out a little, let me actually zoom in too. Let's go into the corner. Let's start. Hang on. Let me write this real big. That's too big. We'll call it art fun. Yeah, because that's the way to do it. That's the proper way to do it. So if let's say I'm gonna do a hand. Let's use my own hand as reference. Let's break it down like this. Okay. So obviously there's a square, and your thumb is kind of another square, and your fingers are another square. Guess I learned that from you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, probably because I was showing you what I was learning. There's literally nothing more fun than being able to teach other people what you've been learning, in my opinion. So breaking it down even further, form would be like, oh, well, you know, fingers are cylindrical, right? Because they're like, that's a round shape, but it's also like a square or a rectangle. Well, what are squares and rectangles but squares and rectangles? every rectangle is a square, but not every a square is a rectangle. There we go. Yeah. So like, I'm doing a pretty bad job of it right now, but like, you know, like a finger is inherently round, but it's also like, it's also quite straight. So like learning form would be understanding like what shapes make up a form, like, or like, hang on, let me get out a big eraser. Wow. Hang on, let me make it smaller because I won't need it that big. Or like an arm, you know? An arm is another really great example of, it's just a really long tube. You know? That also just bends, right? So like being able to distinguish shapes within a form is ultimately how you learn how to draw anything, because as long as you can see shapes within things, you can see like anything. Well, like, hang on, like a head, right? So there's like the main part of the cranium, and then there's like a little triangle on the side, and then your ear is a round thing, right? And then there's this visor looking thing for your eyes. I'm not really good at drawing it freehand, sorry. and then your nose. What is your nose shape but a triangle, right? And then an upside down triangle, right? And your lips, you're gonna be crazy about this one. Also like a triangle. Hang on, it would be like down here. I mean, I made the nose too big, but you know, whatever. Right? And then like that's a face. It's too long, but let me fix this. This chin should be here. Right? So the nose would be like this, underside would be like this, lips would be here, underside here, you know? It's giving, what was she? A princess. Her sister was the Wicked Witch of the East, bro. Yeah. Oh man, I love that. Anyway, so yeah, so everything is just a bunch of shapes. Like if you, I highly doubt if I go on Twitter right now I'd be able to find an artist. I really wish that I saved their stuff before the stream started, but there's also an American artist that I follow that when they draw, it's so like, looking at their work is like, I don't know, looking at like a 5-star Michelin restaurant full course meal, right? Like it's so beautiful. Like, oh, but like it's messy, right? Oh, it's so nice. All their strokes are so confident. Everything that they do is so beautiful. It's like, wow, you just literally looked at something and then put it on paper, and that you like, even down to like the fold of like folds of the I want to say furniture. That is not what I want to say. It's not furniture. It's clothing. The folds of clothing that people are wearing, like it's just hinted at. Like they'll do like this, and then they'll do like that, and then like, well, like oh, I can't even do it. Oh, it's so nice. It's just, oh, it's delicious. I'll have to find it one day, and maybe my next stream I'll look for it. That I do fundamentals, and I'll show you more examples of stuff. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's so nice. Moving on. What else is in fundamentals? Perspective. Perspective is my bread and butter. I wish I was doing a traditional stream. Maybe I'll do a traditional stream at one point. But traditional perspective is like one of my favorite things to do. Like, I mean, I still don't know how to do I was supposed to look that up. I didn't have time this morning. I didn't go to sleep until really late again. I mean, I slept early, really, and then I woke up, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. That was my problem. And then by the time I did go back to sleep, it was pretty late. Early? it was like 6 o'clock, I think, when I fell back asleep or something. AM. Um, yeah, so I didn't get out of bed until 10 today. Sorry. So perspective. Hang on. Can I draw a straight line? Let me just use a, here we go. I know I can do straight lines like this. Ha! That's straightish. Sure. It's like, this is my horizon line, okay? Horizon line, hang on. Horizon line. Your horizon line is where your eyes are looking. So like, obviously that makes sense. You're like, oh, look at the horizon, right? You know, everybody, I'm sure everybody's heard. I mean, I don't know if the younger kids know, but anyway, anybody who was born before 2000 knows what a horizon line is, I'm sure. Or horizon in general is. So when you're doing art, this is like the eye level. So like if you're gonna draw like other people, like most of the time their eyes are on this, right? I mean, obviously that's not always the case, you know, kids won't be if they're short, you know. But like, let's say you're gonna draw a building or something, right? So 1 point perspective would be like you're looking down. So let's, hang on, let me make a new layer so I can do all this simultaneously. So you would put a, let's do it over here. Let's not do it in the middle. That's, in the middle is common. We're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna be really awful about this. Sorry, I don't know how to use the ruler thing on here yet. I promise I'll learn. I promise. I promise. Okay. If I had an actual ruler, it'd be fine. So like, okay. Let me... it's fine. Maybe. Hang on. What if I can actually just break out a ruler? There we go. And then let's take the ruler away. Can I? This way. That way. Okay. Oh, it's still doing it. I don't really want to do that anymore. Can I turn it off? How did that happen? Okay. Oh, hang on. Am I learning? Maybe. Maybe. Delete ruler. Okay. Let's see, gang. No, I don't want to do anything else with the ruler, actually. Can I undo that? Okay. Hang on. Hang on. This might be something. Oh god. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't... Why is that like that? Okay. Maybe I don't know how to use the ruler. But that one ruler did help, so that's cool. Hopefully I can just... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So then, this is gonna be really awful. Really, really bad. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it, because I don't have... If I was doing traditional, I would just whip out a real ruler. But I don't have a real ruler. So it'd be like this. So everything that I would be drawing would be going to this. Let me make this really clean. Ha! So like, I'm currently trying to draw out a scene of, like, maybe this is like a small town, you know, like when you drive through those areas where it's just like one street of all like really cute mom and pop shops. Like this is what I'm trying to do. So like there's just a bunch of buildings of different sizes and they all just kind of They just all kind of exist. Anyway, 1 point perspective is really great for doing that. It's also good for like drawing like hallways and for scenes that are supposed to draw your line of sight to a specific point. A lot of artists, I recently saw an artist do it with a new game from Hoyoverse, the same people that made Genshin Impact. They made a game called like Zenless Zero or something. Sorry, I'm not really good at knowing games, but I do like the character design. And this one, I think she's a rat. I think she's a rat. This one girl, she's wearing like this maid outfit, kind of. I don't know her whole jam, but like the artist used 1 point perspective to draw like a hallway scene. So like she was like right here, like leaned over like this, and then there was just like a really tight hallway here. Sorry, this is really awful, but you know what I mean, right? Like this is like the ground. Anyway, so that's just what 1 point perspective is used for. I like when you're learning it in class, you'll most likely learn it, like if you take a class, you'll most likely learn it in this capacity where it's like you're drawing like a street. And then another thing you can do is 2 point perspective. And 2 point would be like you're standing on the corner of a street, right? So like there's a huge building here, like, you know, go like this. And you're also using form, right, to be like, oh, well, a building is like just a cube. Either it's stretched or it's not, you know what I mean? So, oh, well, all right. Sorry. This building is falling over, apparently. This is what I get for not knowing how to do the perspective tool. Yeah, so, needless to say, we will not be doing perspective, until I understand how to use it. And until then, I'll be doing perspective on either Procreate or traditionally, and then I'll take a picture and transfer it to digital and then do that. Yeah, so like most commonly you'll see this, like you see it a lot. I don't know, I'm such a grandma, so like I play a lot of games that well, one, you can play offline, so I get those really awful ads, you know. And a lot of them are like, oh, you know, here's like a Zen coloring page. I mean, of course, like I turn my Wi-Fi off so I don't get ads, but you know, when I did get ads, they'd be like, oh, here's the coloring page. And a lot of the coloring pages would be like a really cute cafe and stuff. Oh, and they can add like, you know, decorations and stuff to it, which are just like more shapes. So like here's like an awning, and here's a door, and here's a bunch of windows, right? And like, of course the windows would like line up to this, but like, you know, and here's like a air conditioning unit or something, you know. You can just add a bunch of details like that are just, here's like a sign and some more windows, you know. Of course, like it's really bad and really awful, really quick sketches, but like, you know, the point still stands, you know what I mean? Here's a door. There we go. And the tool of perspective allows you to create, oh, I don't need to erase that, I can just hide the thing. You can create a bunch of just anything within a scene. Bagel, no. Boxes. Like, you can also just draw it like up here too. Like, some people do this for like clouds. Like, here's a box. Like, when I was doing it in school, like they wanted us to do the whole thing, and then you'd shade whatever you can see. I'm gonna hide that because you wouldn't see it. So like, because like you learn how to line up your ruler with the horizon line and whatever. Like, you don't only have to do squares, but squares are like the easiest, you know, to do. And like, they're repetitive. You don't have to think about it very hard. And of course, like, you know, on the horizon line, you won't see very much the top of anything. Like, I don't even know if you'd be even able to see that. Like, I really doubt that you'd be able to see any of the lower on this, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm gonna hint at it just in case. Yeah, and it's an excellent tool to put everything into perspective. Which is really nice because understanding the way that you're taught art, you're not actually like understanding that you're getting like all of these puzzle pieces like to put together. You're just like, oh, I'm just drawing like silly little boxes that I hate doing. Like, why are we drawing boxes again? It's awful. Can we stop? And your teacher's like, nope, you still gotta learn how to do boxes because some of you guys are doing it wrong still. And you're like, how on earth are you doing this wrong? They're just boxes. You'd be surprised. We did boxes in high school for like 2 weeks or something when I was in like 9th grade or something, because people in my class just didn't get it. And I'm like, how do you not get it? It's easy. Which was like super frustrating because my art teacher at the time was oh god, I can't remember his name, but he was so cool. Oh, he was so cool. He drew like comics, like he did freelance work where he would do like a bunch of, hang on, I gotta do this again. There we go. He would do a bunch of freelance work where he would emulate comic artists' style and stuff and do like huge murals and stuff. Like he would do murals for like football games at our school. Like, oh wow, his work was just so good. He was I have this one scratch art piece of Captain America that I did. First of all, I would love to do scratch art again. Wow, like, what? That's so, like, scratch art? Really? You know, like that stuff that is like, it's like a black sheet, and then you can take like a... I don't remember what I used. I had like a specific metal tool. Kind of like, well, if you don't do nails, you kind of don't get it, but it was kind of like one of those things that you used for your cuticles. But like metal, you know? It's like in the kits that you can get from like the store, it's all like wood. Anyway. Anyway, so like, or like just like the tiniest palette knife you've ever seen. Like literally, like it's smaller than like maybe a quarter of my pinky nail. I don't know. It was really tiny. Or maybe half of my pinky nail. My pinky nail is pretty tiny. I got pretty small hands. And you just scratch away the black part of the... Well, of course you have to trace your design down on top with, like... Of course, like, you know, take the art, you put it on graphite paper, and then you scratch the back, transfer it, and then you basically carve away your design onto it, which is pretty cool, because it's kind of like when you do vinyl, you have to take the inverse away, like... or like not vinyl, but like you're trying to like take vinyl to make a, you're gonna paint something, you know what I mean? Anyway, like if you're doing like a bear or something, like, you know, you just kind of have like a bear. Oh, why is his foot like that? Hang on, let me draw him right. And then he just kind of, Wow. I hit booty too big. Hang on. Sorry, I'm freehanding. He got no ears. So like, if you wanted to do the bear, right? And you wanted like this part to stand out, like you would like cut away all of this. Like you would scratch away all of the vinyl so this stays black, or you can do the inverse where you do like this, which I think that's normal, you know. But anyway, erasing the bear. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, oh, it's so neat. And we only did that after we did perspective and form and stuff, because you have to see, you have to be able to see lighting and stuff. Which is another fundamental value in lighting, is a huge part of understanding how to create good art, which I'm still trying very hard to understand. It's one of the most difficult things to get, I think, in my opinion. It's really difficult to understand if you're well, not everyone, of course, struggles with this, but like I have a particularly hard time with it. There's also anatomy, which I have a fantastic book for that I'm really excited to show. I think it's gonna be I think I might have to scan some of the pages in, but I really like it, and I think it's something that everybody should get if they're gonna study anatomy, if you're gonna get books. Books are so nice to get when you're doing art, so you can actually like hold it open and look at it and like actually have a physical piece of media that you don't need to be on the internet for. Oh, it's so nice. I need to invest in more art books, I think, because having YouTube readily available while I'm doing art is a mistake. I even have it. Hang on. Let me look at it. It is... Wait. What? Oh, hang on. It's called Figure Drawing. And I can't read it because I think the name is in another language. Give me a second. No, turns out I can't read from a distance. The thing I was trying to read is Design and Invention, and it's by Michael Hampton. I think is the guy's name. If I can read, I can't read. My eyesight's not that great, but also the room is dim, so that could be another thing. Anyway, oh yeah, it's so wonderful. But you know, anatomy is just understanding. See, like, let me, hang on, let me copy this image. Watch out, torso's on the screen in just a second. Hang on. Oh, that's not what I want. There it is. Okay. So, if we break it down, right? They've already done a really good job. Do you see? Let's do it on this one because it looks like bread. But hang on, let me do it on a different layer so I'm not messing this up. But like, this is just a cylinder, right? Like, these are just a bunch of shapes on top of each other, like a trap, whatever. Just like this, and then another box, and then a cylinder, and then a wide cylinder, another cylinder, right? Like, that's all that anatomy is. And it's like, it makes a whole lot of sense that it's like that, but I'm still so bad at it. So like, yay, but also, ugh. I can't. I need to. Oh, let me just throw my mouse. 1 second. Can I just close you? I don't want to close. Don't save. Okay. Yeah. So when I got into college and I was doing art classes again, I never finished college, of course, but thanks COVID. Um and yeah, because how do you be a traditional art major when you're not allowed into the studio, you know what I mean? When I was in college again, we did this, but it was like a little bit more advanced where we had to draw buildings and stuff like that, and I had a really great time with that. But then you also get into like like life drawing, like studying from life. They're called still life is what we were doing. So like that's like ye old bowl of fruit. You know what I mean? We didn't do a bowl of fruit. We did something, and then we had grapes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was like probably one of the least skilled art students in my class. Maybe. Cause like, oh my gosh, there was like, there was this one guy who I did art with. Sister is actually a YouTuber, an art YouTuber, and their art style is actually incredibly similar, which is really crazy because it's so unique, but I guess like they just learned how to do art together, and I don't know. Oh, his work is just, oh, it's so beautiful. His style is like the old fairy tale book kind of artwork, you know, like oh, hang on. I'll have to show you like an example. His art is just so beautiful. Let me see. Oh, hang on. I have a thrift book that's like it. Give me just a second. Sorry. I didn't know that I was going to talk about this today, so I didn't pull it up. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, gotta scroll really far for this, I think. That was kind of like it, but that wasn't it. Here it is. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can Google it. What is it called? Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Let me see if I can just... Okay. So his art is a... Hang on. It's so much better than that, though. That was not, like, a good representation of it. But he definitely... He had to have had this book. Or books like it. Because his work looks so similar to it. I mean, but better, because I'm looking at this art and it's like, it's not as good as his. It's beautiful, but like the faces are not as good as his. Hang on. Oh boy. Now I'm a little discouraged because it's not close. Oh. The Internet Archive. Can I still access you? Please? limited preview. Alright, that's fine. Let me just show you the cover then. I don't know. It's Brian Froud, like brain Brian. That's how you spell it, you know what I mean? And F-R-O-U-D. Fairies spelled F-A-E-R-I-E-S. And like that kind of stuff. So like oh god, it's so gross. Like this art style is just his art style. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. It's like beautiful in like a gross kind of way. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But like, oh, every single shading is just so soft and it's so nice and it's just wow. And when we had to render these grapes, it looked like you could just take them right off the page. Mine weren't that great. Not to put myself down or anything, but I just college was a really difficult time for me. I had a lot going on outside of college that and I was also an incredibly anxious person, and like I didn't know I had ADHD, and so I didn't understand what processes I needed to do in order to keep myself focused. Yeah, it was really rough, and like I was like in between having housing. It was just a really rough time. And like I lost a ton of weight because I couldn't afford to eat outside of the free salad that I got at work. You know? Like sometimes when I did have more money, because at that point I think I also had 3 jobs. Like I would get myself Chick-fil-A at school. But yeah, oof, what a weird and awful time that was. So college, I think maybe if I tried again, it would be different. I would be able to apply myself more, but the first time I tried, it was not that great. So, yeah, super funny. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't go though. I don't know. It was a very difficult and fun time. Anyway, all that to say, still life is another really excellent way of doing a lot of fundamentals all at once, because you're doing the perspective, you're doing value in lighting, you're doing form. Hopefully you're not doing anatomy. Like I personally feel like anatomy is like the last thing you want to do when you're learning fundamentals, art fundamentals, because oh boy, oh, it's really rough. But there are several YouTubers that I would recommend watching, excuse me, if you're gonna try to learn fundamentals. Oh, what is his name? Is it Sam? I don't think it is. Give me just a second. I think it's in my art tab. Give me just 1 second. Excuse me. Let me consult the very long playlist that I have on YouTube. Did I go too far? Is it too far? How high up is it? How soon did I save something? Art tutorials and tips maybe in here. Okay. It might not be. It might not be. That would make me so sad. I love his stuff. And I can't remember it at all. He really blew up on, shorts. Is it K?
This is a comeback.
Hang on. Oh, I think it is. I'm so excited. Please be him. Please be him. Yes! Oh man, yes. Okay, so K-Sem, hang on, let me write it out for you. Let me also pick a different color. Like a blue. Hang on, let me also choose a different pen. Ew. It's too thick, hang on. Can you even read what I'm writing? Oh gosh. Let me maybe this one. Oh god, this is also awful. There we go. This guy. On YouTube? He's also on Twitch too. Oh my gosh. The way that he explains art is just like, why didn't I understand that? You know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody who learns anime and stuff is like, oh my god, Mark Crilly. Everybody starts off with him, of course. But like, no. No, you're gonna go to K-Sem for anatomy, okay? And probably anything else. And you're gonna go to... I think that's how you spell it? Yes. You're gonna go to Mark Burnett for composition. And lighting. Okay? Oop, let me... Ah. Mark Burnett, or Brunet, he's probably one of the OG YouTubers. If you're gonna want to learn how to do like anime art, Ori Days is the guy to go to. These are like the top 3 people that I recommend right now. They are just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Like literally so... Oh wow. Just wow wow wow. So wonderful. Easy to follow. It's not belong here. Oof. It's just... Oh, it's so nice. There's, if you're gonna... Oh man, hang on. If you're gonna learn how to do... Oops. Oh my, what's happening? What am I doing? Wow, I really like the writing with this calligraphy brush. It's really fun. Parentheses. Watercolor. Chris Hong has... Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm hitting this. She has such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watercolor work. She's just... Ooh, it's... Oh, it's so nice. Anyway, these are my recs. If you're gonna watch them, they're all on YouTube. They are wonderful. It's easy to follow. They are just so good at explaining things. And it's just so nice. It's so nice. Especially K-Sem. If you're gonna spend any time on anybody, you're like, I just want one. K-Sem is the guy to go to. His stuff is like literally the best. Like he is my #1 rec. Like these two are fun, but like whatever, right? Mark has some good stuff all around. I wouldn't pay for his classes just because he is such a wellspring of information already for free. Like I don't really think that you need his classes. His classes just provide structure and stuff, which is nice, but I don't think that it's necessary, in my opinion. What? Did I really? That's so sad. Yeah, that's how I feel, I guess. So, back to fundamentals. Oh boy, what else? Did I skip one? Composition. I'm awful at composition. A really good reason to learn composition is if you want to get into illustration work, which is eventually where I'd like to go. I would really enjoy doing illustration work. More than anything else, I think. And that's like the art, like video games, for example, like splash screens for like League of Legends or like any other game where there's like a loading screen where there's art plastered on it while you're waiting. Or like a lot of people have been doing it to post online to essentially be advertisement art for video games. A huge proponent of that right now is Hoyoverse. They really want people looking at their games, so they're like, oh, you do art, we'll pay you like several hundred to potentially thousands of dollars. I doubt that you'd be able to see it like that on any of these. I think it would just be a box. I should scoot it over. Anyway, so yeah. What else did I do? A lot of we did a lot of line work. Like, I remember distinctly in high school doing a lot of cross-hatching practice. Which is really good because you need to learn how to make confident lines, right? It's a good way to learn how to do confident line work while also understanding value while you're not trying to shade. Because, like, I don't know if... I don't know if this will be a good example. Let me see. So, let's say I have this sphere, right? Let me make two of them. I'm not very good at spheres. Heh. Sure. So like one, let's say I color like normally, right? Well, one, if you're actually going to use a pencil and you're actually gonna shade, you need to make these like really tiny swirls. You can't do this on digital because it doesn't make any sense to do that because you're not actually using a pencil, right? And you, let's say, hang on. Let's say that my shiny bit's up here. You would actually, if you were doing this digitally, you would change colors, you would make it like all nice and neat and whatever, and then, well, let's say the shadow goes out this way. Sure, that's fine. Rounded because it's a round shape. This is not the best, but I'm trying to make do with what I have. Without changing my colors because I'm lazy. So like, let's say that I'm doing this cross-hatched, right? So up here, let's not bring it too close. Ha! Up here wouldn't be a whole lot of stuff, right? Of anything, I might want to curve my lines to match the object. But I don't have to do that. I can also just do it like straight lines. And I can try to fool you with my cross-hatching skills. So like, the amount of times that you cross will automatically determine how dark it gets. See, it's already darker than what it was, right? And if I do it again, it's darker still. And I do it again. And this is where it's going to be my darkest. So I gotta be very careful with my lines right here. This is more like a pebble than it is a ball. And so like that's kind of dark, right? And I can go over it again. Not really making much of a difference, but it's kind of helping. So let's say that I want to make this part a little bit darker up top because, you know, while it should be... Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done it like that. I should have done it like this. Here we go. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's okay because this is digital art. I mean, if it was traditional art, I'd just erase too, but you know, like this. And that's... Hang on, there's also a regular pencil. Can I do it like this? Can you see? Kind of. Can you see like this? I don't know, it's so exaggerated though. I really like that pencil though. But like, yeah. I don't know. Does that help understand? So like, you're using lines to make it darker, obviously. And it's to attempt to express shape and form and stuff like that. Which is really important. On tricking your eye to see what is actually happening. Anyway, I know it's a mess, but maybe I can... go again and make it even darker still. Anyway, that's that on that, I guess. It's a little bit of a mess, but cross-hatching is... If this was traditional, I think I'd be able to make it a little bit more cleaner. Just because I find that actual graphite interacts with things a little bit nicer. Anyway. Yeah. Another thing is learning line-wise. I guess I'll do it up here. Is like... Let me go back to my... Is it this one? Yeah. Your confident squiggles. A bunch of S's. Or like this. Like how often can you do that? How often can you reliably go in between without doing what I just did? Can you? Can you do it often? Can you do it at all? What about swirls? Can you do that either? I can't. But it's important to do that because it warms your hand up for doing art, but also it's really important to be able to get out these shapes without having to do like you know? While this is nice for a rose or whatever, that's not nice for hair. I can't, the honesty kills me. I don't know. Listen, if I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. What else? What else? Yeah, I guess brushwork is a big thing. What should I do to practice? Probably some still lifes. What do you think? Should I try and actually do like a whole still life? I just cracked my hip. I don't know if you heard that. That was pretty crazy. I have a ton of room on the canvas, so I'll scoot down here. I'll make a new one. I'll promise I'll put my reference on screen so you can know what I'm looking at. Let's see. What should I do? Still life practice. Can I spell? No. Oh, I loved painting bottles. That was so fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, with pastels. I really want to learn how to do that, but that's so hard. Let's see. Sure, let's do this. This is, oh, but that's so cute. No, this has more round shapes. This is fine. Do I? Hello? Paste? Copy image. Oh, it's up top. I see. Excuse me. Alright. Let's do it in here. Okay. Oh, I can't spell. It's really hard to spell when you can't see your keyboard. Okay. So, what is the first thing to do when you're looking at art and you're about to do still life for it? Well, one, you need to look at it. I like to walk myself through what I'm seeing mentally. Sometimes I take notes. I'll take notes so you can process what I'm thinking about. So, I'm obviously seeing, like, right here in the fold is literally some of the darkest shadows. Hang on, let me write my notes on a different thing so I can hide them. And I can also draw on top right there. You see that right there? I mean, you can also argue that that is also going to be here too. Let me write this here. So that would insinuate light is coming from this direction. You can also tell because of the way that the rest of the shadows conform to this, but there's also lighting on this side. Rim light maybe? This is like obviously there's either a wall or there's like something else that the wall is bouncing off of to give more lighting this way. And you can also tell there's more lighting this way because this shadow and this shadow are not the same value. Okay? There's also lighting here and lighting here and lighting here. So, and there's lighting on this side. So, obviously, I'm assuming it's a wall or some kind of panel to make this different. Also, you can see a huge reflection of the art onto this face. That's pretty crazy. That's, I will either have to forgo that or I will have to work very hard to make sure that it's there. So that's cool. And I also know that light is coming from this side because there's shadows up here too. So that's affirming that there's light coming from this way, right? All things to think about while I'm doing this. Oh boy. All right. Let me hide this now. Okay. So the scariest part that I want to make sure that I get this through is I want to make sure that I am going to get my perspective right. Which is going to be very interesting because I'm sitting at a desk and not like away. Right? This is gonna be really interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Um, sorry. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to measure it out by looking at it. You know, the classic hold the pencil out, look at it from a distance. You know what I mean? One eye closed, one eye open, you know, whatever. Um, the thing that you see fancy artists do and you're like, what are they doing? They're measuring without ruler's perspective. This, the width of this apple is the same as the width of this. That's the kind of thing you do it from a distance. The measuring with the pencil, yeah. Sorry, let me move my microphone back closer to my face and not shove it away. I moved it away because I didn't want to smack it. Sorry, I only communicate in internet memes. Oh. Is that a meme? No, it's okay. I understand. I get it. I'm the same way. Anyway. Let's... Oh my god, I don't even have my VTuber model out. What am I doing? Hang on. Will it load now? There she goes. Wow. Sorry about that. I totally didn't realize that I forgot to put it up. Good for me. I'm having a great day today. Having a sip of apple cider. Yummy. There's apple cider now at Sam's Club. Because it do be fall-ish. Kind of. I think it's time I throw all my extra erasers away. I don't want to. All right, let's I'm gonna stop procrastinating. I'm gonna get rough shapes and then I'll worry about perspective later. So there's that. Let's see. So that's there. Okay, it's a little less than that. So let's say that. Hang on. Let's see. Okay. Oops. This is height wise. And then. I'm gonna make it a little bit wider, this box. And then I would say that's about halfway through. So right here is the bottom of this vase. Okay. That feels a little bit wrong. But it probably... Yeah, it's right. Okay. Okay. I know it looks weird, but I'm just mapping things out right now. You're gonna have to trust the process. There are some people that when they do this, they just look at it and then they just like work on it and it's done and you're just like, huh? Let me erase this. Okay. it's actually a little bit higher. Okay. Oop, oopsies. Wow, this side's weird. It's a little bit of an extra lip on this side. I need to make sure I include that. Interesting. It's such a weird shape. What a weird shape this little thing is. If you were in, like high school or something, they would have you most likely do this in a grid. Because it's easier to understand. I know the whatever's not right. See, I'm not supposed to be doing this. It's bad, bad. Just confident strokes, confident one lines. None of that. Automatically, I am not. This is not right. I can literally tell. Well, good thing I'm doing digital art, aren't I? Haha, cheating. I'm cheating. There we go. They would have you do this in a grid. Like you'd break it down like this. Right? Not gonna actually do that, but I particularly don't like doing that because I feel like it's cheating. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like that's a joke because people are like, oh, don't use references, that's cheating. But only like kids say that because they are, for some reason, as soon as anybody enters online space, they're like, oh my god, you use references? That's not how you're supposed to do art. But literally everybody and their mom is like, who's actually been doing art for any amount of time is like, don't listen to that child. They have no idea what they're talking about. Or if it's adult, shame on them. Like, you're fundamentally incorrect. That would be like, you're doing still life and you're actually looking at the building? That's dumb. You're not supposed to use references. That sounds stupid, right? Anyway. Oopsies. This is not right. This angle's not right. It's okay. I'm just getting it down. Nothing needs to be fancy right now. We're just getting it out there. We're just putting thoughts on the page. Nothing is done yet. There we go. That's the wall. Wall. Oh my gosh, I would really love to show you like the way my professors would do art. Oh, it's so nice watching them work. They're just like line, line, line. Oh, but I can't. Tea? Do you want? Is this gossiping? I shouldn't. But I was just saying, one of my professors, he was really good at art, but he wasn't a good person. You know. Anyway. I laugh because I used to hold a lot of, I wouldn't say reverence, but I used to respect him a lot. There we go. I used to respect him a lot, and after everything that happened, nope, not anymore. That sucks. Uh... Wow, this is... I'm getting too detailed. Hang on, I gotta back it up. I haven't even finished the other side of this vase yet. I need to make sure that it's like very obtuse on the side. Hang on. It's a wonk shape. This whole vase is a wonk shape. But it should also be wonk more on this side, I think. I think I need to... Let me get a bigger one. Sure, that's fine. See, this is so cheating. If I was doing this on if I was doing this traditionally, I'd just have to erase. That would suck. Handle. Oh boy. This lip needs to come down a little bit more. I think. Sure, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Another problem. That's not right. But the point still stands. I need to draw it better. Oh, it's so odd trying to do this like this. There we go. Let's do I. Oh, it does do this. Hang on. Odd. Your brain made it a milk can? Oh no, did it? I don't want to make it any taller before I had adjusted the shape. Yeah, I had to draw so many of those. To draw so many of those. Old-timey milk jug. Well, it's funny because I'm actually looking at one on my, I have a screen up of other, still life stuff. None of that. Stop doing that. It's so bad. It's not helpful to me as an artist to be doing that. Ah, but the brain wants the chicken scratch. It wants it. It's so helpful. I should draw Honey in an art outfit when you're doing an art day. Oh yeah, like a smock and stuff. Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, I really want to do, I want to make more PNG models and stuff before, like, I eventually get to a live 2D model, which is more like it moves when I have a camera, you know? But I'll have to eventually get, an iPhone or something for that. I don't really want to buy a phone. So I'll just stay. Okay, let me draw this lemon, because I haven't drawn a lemon yet. This is honestly not tall enough. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. This needs to be taller. And so does this. There we go. Mine only costs me $10 a month on top of your monthly charges. You have monthly charges? Well, I don't even know if we'd be able to afford that because we might have to buy a new car after this weekend. But we'll see. Oh my. Yeah, I mean, I also don't like, I don't need it to be connected to like a service or anything. Like, I just need the phone's camera. Oh, it's raining. Did it stop raining where you were? Did Francine chill? I mean, obviously, I saw your snap yesterday. That was so funny. Now this has got me thinking about the trackers and their lemon pig. The one that they do for New Year's. You know? Oh, it's not. It should be. Yeah. Sure, that's fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't like this. If I don't like it, stop putting details. What am I doing? Anyway. It's about 80 and partly cloudy. Yeah, I think so too. I'll just have to be mindful. I mean, like, but I that's not for a long time because, like, the kind of model that I want is, like, upwards of, like, 6 grand. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, and for some people, that's just the art. And I'm like, why? That's so expensive. Especially for, like, the way that people, like, some artists are like, oh, you don't, like, I own some part of it. I'm like, no, if you're selling it, like, the whole model is gone. Like, you don't own anything. Like, that's just your art, but that's someone else's. But with the way that some of these artists write their stuff, or, like, they complain about it after the fact, makes me feel like they still want to own parts of it. And I'm like, you don't own any part of it anymore. Like, you sold it. It is gone. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know that, like, sucks to think about, but, like, that is just how it is. Yeah. Anyway. So, isn't that crazy? 6 grand for a model. Like, they'll be like, they will still feel entitled to your model. It feels like, like let's say that you have opinions or something that they disagree with. It feels like they feel like they can just take it away from you. Like, if you're not doing something that they agree with. Or, like, they just suddenly change their mind. Like, about something. I don't know, anything. And they're just like, actually, I don't like you anymore, so you can't have this. But if you sell commercial rights and stuff to the model, like, that's over. Like, you have no right to your art anymore, other than the fact of, like, they can credit you. They should. If they're a good child, they'll credit you, because that's what VTubers are, children of their artists and their riggers. Their rigger is typically papa and artist is mama. That's just like how it goes. But yeah, I don't know. There's been like a lot of discourse on Twitter, which is where most of the artists that I follow. I mean, of course, the people that have complained about this are not any ones that any single artist that I've considered for my art for VTubing. I mean, there are definitely cheaper models out there, right? Like there's a studio that I would like to get my model from, but that's like 3 grand. I don't have 3 grand yet, right? One day though. One day I'll have enough to have a model, but right now it is not that time. Anyway, so it looks like it's gonna storm, which makes me sad. Oh, I feel so much better now than earlier, but ooh, this morning was rough. The ragweed or whatever is awful. It's so funny. Everybody in the house is bad. Even grandma's having a rough time. I felt so bad. It was so funny. Yeah, there's like a whole lot of intricacy, yes, with the VTuber model world, and it's very complicated, and I don't quite understand it, but this looks like this was hand thrown. The pottery, I mean. Wow. Okay. It's still not big enough, but whatever. I don't care. I do care. Actually, I care about it a lot, but I don't have time to care. What time is it? I have an hour. Do I want to spend the rest of this just doing this? I suppose I should. There's a shading here. Let's see if I can do this. Shading digitally. I'm kind of nervous. I've never tried. I guess the question is, should I do a full render? Should I do like, should I whip out a paintbrush pen and try to do a full render? I don't know. I definitely need to tighten things up though. I mean, refine things? Sorry. I really like all the sketchy lines though. No! I can just copy the thing and then paint over it so I don't lose this. Yeah, because if this was a class, I would be drawing this on the vellum-esque paper. I mean, I wouldn't use actual vellum. Actual vellum is really expensive and it's really nice. I would use graphite paper, tracing paper, and then sometimes you do another layer of tracing paper, just depending on how rough it is. Like this, I would do one tracing paper, and then I would get another tracing paper out, and then refine it. Like if even like I wouldn't have done, like I don't know if I would have done the shadow I just did, if I'm being completely honest, on the first tracing paper. Oh, it's up here and then down. And then the fabric goes in here. Like this. Like that. Ooh, nice. Anyway. Oh, it needs to come, this needs to come down a little bit. Okay. There's a pinch in the fabric here. There's a pinch in the fabric here. It's so interesting. I don't know if you've probably never seen people set up still life, but Oh, it's so annoying. Oh my gosh, when I was in class and stuff, like the still life would get moved because of the fact that we weren't the only class to use that room. So like another class would come and they would need the space for like a different thing that they were doing. Like, hang on, I'll show you. So the class was like, like let's say this is the classroom. There are windows on this wall. Windows. Okay. And then there's like a tiny desk here. There's a projector screen here. And there was another desk here. And then there was like lockers or something over here for general safekeeping. Some classrooms you could put your art stuff away. I kept my art in the painting studio though. So there would be desks here, like multiple pushed together. And we would sit on huge stools. Stool. We put stools. You could sit here or here. Sitting in these sucked. And sometimes there were like seats here. So in the middle would be the still life, like the grapes that I was talking about would be here. Like I think there was like a picture or something here. And then there was a chair. Upside down. Anyway. Yeah. So one class would be in here drawing, right? But then the next class would come in and they would move this. They would try not to let anything fall or whatever, but a lot of times things fell. And so they would try to rearrange it. So then people would come back and they'd be like, oh my God, how is it set up? So every single time we did, we set up a still life, which is so interesting watching my professor set up the still life. Like all the things he had to think about while he was setting it up. So he would try to get everybody a good like section to like make a interesting piece. Of course, he would encourage us to move around, move our seats. And we had these huge boards that we set up our art on so we could draw away from desks if we wanted to. He encouraged us to be away from our desk to do art, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. Okay. I probably don't have them anymore. I mean, maybe I do on my Google Drive. Pictures of the actual still lifes we did. You know, I bet I actually do. That would be so wild. I bet I do. I don't want to go through the I don't want to look, but I probably do have them. It was just so neat to watch how he set it up, you know? Because, like, all the things that he had to think about, trying to make sure everybody had a good opportunity, like the lights that he would set up and move around to make interesting lighting dynamics and stuff for our pieces. Oh, it was so neat. So every single time, also all of the lights would move. So like we would have like a light here and like a light here and maybe one back here. And of course there's like this long ass cable. Like it was awful. So like any single time that we did a still life and like we would just pray that nobody would touch this in the center. Right? Because it was annoying. I'm gonna get more believable. Anyway, I feel like my classroom drawing is better than what I've got going on right now. That's so funny. I really missed this class. I really liked this classroom. I did drawing 1 and 2 because there was only drawing 1 and 2 because I didn't go to a full-out art school. I went to a school with an art program. I mean, we had a lot of really good teachers. Like, we even had a digital art class that I wish that I had more time to do. More time to pay attention in. And that teacher was really cool. He worked on the ARC games and did some splash art for League of Legends, and he also did art for a few other mobile games that I can't recall. He also did something else. He also worked on one game, and I was super excited at the fact that he worked on it, but I can't tell you what it is. I think he streams. Or he used to. I don't know if he does anymore. But, yeah, he was really cool. I really wish that I had more time to, dedicate to his class, but I didn't. I really didn't. I was a mess. During college. I always felt so bad whenever things would come up and my teacher would be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, "Oh, okay, let me know if I can do anything to help." And I'd be like, haha, you're so funny. You're surprised that a Christian professor did art for League of Legends. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. There's nothing inherently bad about League, you know what I mean? It's not like he was doing, like, art for, like, a coven or something. I mean, like, if you also, like, think about it, like, you know, the president of the school was friends with the guy who did, who got the KFC, the guy who made KFC, the original creator of my university, had the guy who made KFC, Colonel Sanders himself, at, like, the opening ceremonies stuff for my school. Being very careful not to dox myself. Isn't that's so weird, right? So, like, I don't think anything is off limits per se. Outside of, like, oh, that's, like, inherently not good, you know? Like you were actively doing something that is harmful, not only to you, but to other people. I think that's where I would draw the line. You know? But other than that, I mean, like, you know, like, Ark, the dinosaur game, is pretty cool. Like, I didn't get to take any of, the professor's class that did, he was one of the, like, if I pulled up the game and I looked at, like, the main people that were listed for art, I think, like, he was, like, an art director. I don't remember his role, but his name is on there. Like, if you look up who did what, like, you can easily find him. And I thought that was really neat. Yeah, they're pretty good. Going around shooting and taming dinosaurs for your dinosaur farm. Or whatever. I don't know, I didn't play Ark. Hang on. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna undo all of this that I just did with the line. Oh wait, I can just hit. Okay, none of that. Let me erase this. Okay. Let me. The dinos were always trying to kill you, and you could tame them. Oh. Well, that's neat. Should be classified as a mild horror? Oh. Just slightly constantly stressed. Getting chased is terrifying. Oh, that's not cool. I'm sure it is. I wouldn't want to be chased by a dinosaur. There is a game. Oh, sorry. There is a game coming out that is like pure, like, you're trying to survive a world full of dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs are like, their AI is more animal coded than monster coded. You made pudding cookies? Oh my god. No, I want them so bad. Every single time we make them, I can't make them like we used to make them at home. Like, I don't know if it's, I don't know what's wrong. I'm so upset. I'm genuinely so upset. Like, they don't taste like the fluffy goodness that we used to make them. Like, when Daniel and I make them, they're like hard and like a normal cookie. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're nothing like you're supposed to be. Why are you like this? I'm so disappointed, dude. I'm despondent. I'm so sad. It's so oh, it's so sad, dude. It makes me so, oh, I just, is this, hang on. You say you're oil paint, but you're not. You are textured, for sure. I'm not gonna... No. It's not yellow enough. It's too light. I should do it on top so I can paint next to it. No. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That's way too late. More yellow. Taylor. If you overmix the wets before you put in the dries, you can make a great edible cookie dough. Mix them less and add shortening. You have to have shortening? Did we always have to add shortening? Yeah, it's too green. Oh, that's so close. Hang on. It's too light. Oh no. It's too light. Uh-oh. Can I change the way that the color wheel looks? Ah, thank you. Oh. It's not yellow enough, but I don't want yellow. Maybe I do. Oh, that's like my mid-tone. Okay. It's probably too much, but I'll handle it. It's fine. Nice! Okay. I mean, yeah, I could color pick, but I don't want to do that. Sorry. Don't you have a feature that would automatically find a color for you? Theoretically, I could hover and just click on it, but I don't want to do that. Because that would be cheating. No, just to get the consistency. Shortening gives it more of a cake texture. But like... I don't know. that and that's not the same color. Darker still? Okay. Ah, I should have laid a flat down. You should color match at the end to see how close you were. Okay. I don't have to erase anything. I'll just paint over it. Just kidding. I'll erase the edges. That and this look like the same color. Oh, I miss painting so much. Oh, I should get an easel so I can do actual painting. I think that would be neat. I need a... All my colors are gonna be slightly off. I feel like it's not. Speaking of painting, you need to talk wedding stuff with me later. Okay. What am I painting? I would argue that's not a white. Not there yet. I feel like this and this are too close. It's not. Is it more of a white? That's close. I might use this as a base layer. Okay. I need a wet bleed. Oh, not for this though. No, don't do that yet. We're just laying colors down. We're slapping them down. Back to this one in a lighter color, but that's too light, I think. Too light still. Too dark. We don't follow the recipe when we make them. I think we lost the original recipe. Yeah, that random bright spot really perplexed me because I didn't pull the image up to full screen when I was like, there's something on my phone. Sorry. Oh, you still have it? Yay. I just followed a Pinterest one, which was pretty similar. I just overmixed it. I have tried a bunch out in the shortening recently, but it's very scary. What? I just followed a Pinterest one, which was pretty similar. I just overmixed it. Okay. I have tried branching. Oh my god. Okay. I tried branching out into shortening recently, but it's very scary. I didn't read that right at all, so sorry. Oh god. Yeah, you gotta be careful. When you're getting into like actual like baking proper. Oh, you didn't hear it, but my collarbone just popped. Oh, hang on. This is interesting. I need to do like this. Like this. And then I need to do this color. Here. And then... I still don't... It has that more of a brown. Okay. I would say that's close. Bam, bam. My shoulder, I need to like do something about it. It feels like it's not in socket and it's been that way for a few days. Oh my gosh. I've got to send you the, I don't know if I sent you the first time, but there's this guy that made, he was talking about the Wizard 101 lore. He released his second video and I'm very excited. Makes me want to play so bad. Maybe if I stream more and stuff, more people would like. If I ask if they'll want to stream with me, maybe they will. I want to play Wizard 101 with people. I want to play. Oh, did you send me the recipe? Will it load? It doesn't want to load. Hang on, I'll go back to painting in a second, I swear. Oh, it's just an image. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Butter is so expensive right now. And, like, none of the butter that we've had recently is good. And it makes me so... It makes me so sad. I'll just leave it at that. My phone doesn't want to load. I still haven't gotten a new one. Only buy it from Sam's for baking. That's what we were doing, but I think the Sam's butter tastes nasty. You know? Like the unsalted stuff? I think it's so gross. I don't know. But to get butter tasting butter, I get a different brand. Oh. We don't really use a whole lot of dairy in cooking anymore. So I just don't really, because you know, it hurts the tumblies. Lactose intolerance. Lactose intolerance? Is that what the misspelling is? You know what I mean? Am I crazy? Oh no. And then I think even this here might help communicate that a little bit better. And maybe a smaller brush. Oops. Oh god, I moved the whole thing. Oh, I really wish that I had the painting skills of my professor, because the way that he would just like slap colors down and just be like bam, 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 done. And you already see like what he's trying to paint. You're just like, how'd you do that? I would say this is about the same color. But it gets like... This is too dark. Can I have this? Can I... Do I have a blending brush that's all nice? Maybe this one will be better. Can you blend a little bit better? Like, I know it's dark, but it's not that dark. Blue Bonnet? I've never heard of that brand. Blue Bonnet. And it's a brand of butter? I'm thinking of... I can't believe you think you're not able to do that either. Do what either? What did I say? Huh? Oh, just like slap colors down and be like, that's what it is, and you can just be like, there it is. Yeah, but he'll be like, it'll be like less than like 5 minutes, and he's like, there it is, it's all done, and you're just like, huh? You know what I mean? Your paint slaps look like it is, but this has been like an hour. And I still not the best. I need to find an in-between color of this and this. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm looking at it on the color wheel. I need something in here. Like this. It's too close to that one. Oh, man. It's still not right. It's not right. Why? Why? Oh. Because I'm using the blending brush. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Maybe if I pay attention, it'll be... it'll be right. This one and this one. This one and this one. This one and that one. It's really close together. Really? It's... Oh boy. I need something in between this one and this one. Because this is such a jump. But it is dark, isn't it? Oh no, I had decided what color I was going to do for that, but I didn't actually put it down. Oh no. Oh no. This? No, that's not right. This one? No. No, no. This one? Maybe. Actually, maybe. I'm just gonna trust the process. It's gonna be okay. I'm a little anxious, but it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna make it darker. What? Is that like a peachy tone? It looks like it. To me, it looks like it. Like, ugh. I'm already displeased with this. I know why I don't like it. I'll tell you why in a second. It's because this doesn't have any hard lines. So I don't like it. Everything looks rough to me. That's why I don't like it. Which means that I need to work on slapping colors down a little bit more confidently, I think. with a smaller brush. Oh boy, don't do that. That is slightly better. Alright. Okay. I need a color that's not as light as this, not as dark as this, and warm. Warmer. Redder. Let's go into the orange. That is way too light. Still not gray enough. Not gray enough. Oh my god. Is that spot on? Is that spot on? Did I put color down even? Wow. Did you see that? Wow. I'm impressed with myself, actually. Wow. And that's supposed to be warm? My word. Oh, I need to put my apple in. Hang on. I'll be right back. Hang on. I gotta make some... Hang on. This is a moment of truth. If it's gonna be weird on my noises or not. Hang on. Let me not restart it. Let me pick a different song. How's this? Hopefully the sound is not odd. I'll be right back. Wow, I'm back. I'm sorry. Bum. Oh, this music is so cute. It was a good pick. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to do, though. Hang on. What is my brain telling me is wrong with this right now? This is not... I need to extend it. Why do I always go up when I do that? That's so weird. Why do I need to not do that? Well, this is accurate. More accurate, I think. Interesting. It's so wavy. Is that my doing or is it... Yeah, it looks like it. Interesting. Let me zoom in. Alright, let's back it up. And erase. Maybe? Alright, I'm gonna leave it and we're gonna move on. Because I gotta get more stuff done. As much as I would love to keep doing this. Oh, right. I need to... It's more of a... And a... And... Too late. There we go. I know it's not all this color, but I just want to lay this down. Okay. Way too light. Of course it is. Not yellow enough. There we go. My whole jug is not tall enough. We shall move on and realize the consequences later. I mean, we recognize them, but we shall choose to ignore them. See, that's too bright, right? Oh no. No, it's fine. Oh, it's too bright, but... And then this apple is like really light. This, sorry, this shape of the shadow is pretty interesting that the apple has. I'm just trying to follow it the best that I can. Because the color that I currently have is the, I would say, the deepest shadow tone. It's too, obviously too light. It's too light though. Now I'm back in the shadow again. At some point I'm just gonna have to call it. I think that's it. How is this gonna turn out to be like this? This is crazy. This is on the outside of the... And then down here. Obviously not. Wow, there's just so many colors in this apple. Here we go. I think this is like the closest I'm gonna get to a main color. Okay. Now let's go back in and define shadows so I can make this look like an apple again. And then I'm gonna need this is so interesting. Okay. I'm gonna need to bring this shadow. Oops. I think I need lighting all around. It's close-ish. I'd say it needs a lot of work still, but sure. All right, let's do this lemon, which is probably about as vibrant as it gets. local color. Let's do local color. Oh, it's such a gross color. This is so gross. But it does a really nice job of bridging the green and the warm tones. The shadows are very warm. What even? Yeah. What? Doesn't look like I changed my color at all. Oh boy, getting on all that detail is gonna be great. Trying to communicate the dots is gonna be really fun. I say sarcastically. Okay. Let's bring in this and go down. I would not say that's the same color. And then I'm gonna need really light color. And that's not light enough. Crazy enough. I can't use it to add detail. Okay. It needs more random. I don't like the yellow that I chose for it. It's just not good enough. But that's not the same yellow. I lost the plot. Hang on, go back. Ah, but it's just eek. Alright, I'll just avoid it for now. It's gonna be fine. Oh, I just don't like it. Oh wait, I erased too much. If anything, I'm not. Right, wrong problem. There's not enough going on back here. Okay. I'll leave it, it's fine. Let's finish the handle because I never did that. What else? It's already 2:10. Wow, that's crazy. This needs to be really light in here. Yeah. All right, let's get. This is a fairly warm blanket. It's too late. Where did I get the shadows? Oh, that's close. Desaturate it. There it is. Well, I like that one better. Okay. Right, this shadow. These are not the same. Are this the same? Are this the same? It's funny. I don't speak English well, apparently. It's okay. I don't need to. And then down here, that's definitely not. That's close. Gonna use it. It's gonna be fine. Oh, I see why I was doing shadows first. That's okay. If I slap this color down, then I can color pick from it again. Here we go. Actually, let me get a smaller brush out for this part. There we go. It looks like here. Let me do it like this, and then I can always add details later. It looks like a little bit might be like this here. But let me do it like this. Okay. This shadow has to be really warm. If anything, it'd be like right in here, maybe. Wow. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Shadow. Shadow. It needs to be really dark in there. Hang on. Let me get this one. It's not dark enough. Oh, it might be dark enough for here. Ha! I would say a little bit warmer. Warmer. Oh, wait. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna zoom out after I get a little bit further along. Hang on. This, and then just a little bit darker. Bum, bum, bum. I know this is darker here, but I'm just gonna lay this down for a second. I bet this is probably closer to... Yeah, it is. Really dark. Really, 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 really dark. Really warm. Actually, that's pretty close. Confident, confident, confident. Nope. Confident. Confident, confident. Goes out. And then back in. And then under. Hang on. And then goes over. And I can always make it darker still. Because this is... Yeah. It's still too light, but it is like the color of the outside shadow, so I'll keep it. Like on the edge. My thigh is twitching. Why? Okay. I'm gonna be really confused by why I did that in a minute. Probably. Oops, don't want to erase the apple. It's coming from like right here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, my... Gotta move my legs a little bit. Hang on. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. That's too late. needs to come up. Oops, I made it too far. And then just a little bit darker. If anything, that's a little bit too warm, I think. Um, Very good. Okay. And here. And then even darker still. Not yet. Gosh, when I think I haven't gone dark, I thought I was dark, but I haven't gone dark enough. That's a lot of my problems too. I'm afraid to get darker in tone because I'm afraid of it getting muddy. For a lack of better words, I guess. Why did I do that? I need to add some kind of shading in here to accentuate the curve. And then I need to grab even darker. Just, yeah. There we go. I'll fix the canvas in a second. And then in here, goes to there. Oops. That's fine. There we go, and then let me not accidentally hit the part of my mouse. And do it like this, because it's still dark. Up here, if anything that's maybe too light, but it's not so bad, I guess. All right. Here we go. this. This. And then let me add one more shadow. Okay. I know it's not perfect. It still probably needs a lot of work. But I think this is where I'll have to leave it for today. And that'll be that for this study, I think. I'll have to just leave it here. Because I am well over my time. Oops. It's okay. Not bad anything. Nothing bad is happening, so. There it is. The thing I'm most proud of has got to be that apple. Wowee. The apple looks really good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I know it was a little haphazard and a little kind of crazy, but I had a really good time. I don't know that I'm an art teacher or anything, but I do hope that was entertaining. I hope that you enjoyed today, whatever today was. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. I guess no, I know it. So tomorrow will be Minecraft. I'm gonna try to build on Java, I think. It'll be one of my first time building, might be my very first time building on Java. I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So tomorrow we'll be building like a bunch of Pinterest builds, I think. And then Thursday will be another art stream. And yeah. I'll get to the rest of the week when we get closer. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me and being willing to sit through my really basic class of art fundamentals. I know we didn't do very much of it today, but hopefully you learned something anyway. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out today. I can't wait to hang out with you again tomorrow. And with that being said, I am gonna take a really long sip of water. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for hanging out. I'm so glad that you had a good time. I can't wait to do this again tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody.